The best rappers of each year. The 2010s was a great decade for hip-hop. In an era where hip-hop and rap was thought to be very one-dimensional in its instrumentation and vocal performances, a change was on the horizon, with influences such as Drake's genre-defying vulnerability and Kanye West continuing to bend rap's sonic landscape. The identity of hip-hop music has never been more diverse. The jeans are tighter, the bags are bigger, the singers are rappers, and the rappers are singers. Just as it seemed like some rap legends like Eminem and Lil Wayne were beginning to lose their relevance, a new class of rappers like Drake, Travis Scott, and Young Thug took the game by storm. Melody became more important. A catchy hook became a necessity, and hip-hop's stranglehold on America's attention has never been stronger. And each year, it seems that one rapper breaks ahead of their class to capture the attention of all of hip-hop by becoming the center of attention and personifying rap for a very short period of time. Follow us as we attempt to break down the best rapper of each year for the last decade. Before we start the video, make sure you like this video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. In 2010, we have Eminem. Eminem is one of the most analyzed and dissected rappers of all time. And even by 2010, many of his casual fans believe that his best days as an MC might be behind him. Battling a highly public drug addiction and struggling to recover from poor reviews of his previous album, M kicked off 2010 with the release of Not Afraid from his upcoming album, Recovery. The single immediately blew up, charting at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and was immediately followed by his collaboration with pop star Rihanna's Love the Way You Lie, which immediately charted at the Hot 100's second position. Eminem's experimentation with pop rap saw massive success, cementing him as the most successful and visible rapper of the year. And though the landscape was about to shift away from large-scale collaborations between rappers and pop stars, Eminem used the end of the trend to stage the resurgence that put him back on top. In 2011, we have Lil Wayne. In 2010, Lil Wayne was serving an 8-month prison sentence at the notorious Rikers Island prison. It was the rapper's longest and highest profile imprisonment, and it happened as the rapper began to ascend into superstar status. When Wayne was released at the end of 2011, the entire rap industry was watching, waiting to see what he would do next, and Wayne wasted no time. He quickly released I Am Not a Human Being, his 10th studio album, after scrapping all of his recorded material from the highly anticipated The Carter 4, and starting the record from scratch. The album's lead single, 6 Foot 7 Foot, immediately broke the Hot 100 Top 10, and would continue on to be certified triple platinum. Immediately before the release of The Carter 4, Wayne released a remix album, Sorry for the Wait, finally dropping The Carter 4 in August of 2011. The album charted at #1. With 3 successful releases immediately following his release from prison, it's hard to argue that anyone besides Wayne dominated 2011. In 2012, we got Chief Keef. Name another rapper that blew up in house arrest. We'll wait, because no other rapper did so, with the impact or style of Chief Keef. At only 16 years old and on a 30-day house arrest, the rapper released his mixtape, Back from the Dead. The attention Keef received from this project, earning cosigns and remixes from Good Music and Kanye West himself, would help catapult Chicago drill rap to the forefront of the rap scene. Praised for his moody and raw depictions of the violent reality of Chicago gangs, Keef was seen as a real-life gangster, reminiscent of 50 Cent's early image and music. Sosa's song, I Don't Like, became extremely popular, becoming something of an early meme. Keef's influence and the rise of drill reminded many of the energy carried by early, politically charged groups like NWA and Public Enemy, but Keef's aggressive music lacked any overt social commentary, instead observing Chicago culture like a documentarian. The level of influence exerted by Keef in 2012 was massive, singularly shifting the focus of rap and birthing a slew of similar sounds. 2012 goes to Keef. 2013, Chance the Rapper. Speaking of talented young rappers from Chicago, this list wouldn't be complete without Chance the Rapper. Before the muddled, divisive reception of his album The Big Day, Chance was seen as a unique voice in the rap community. Chance's debut projects, 10 Day and Acid Rap, were released in quick succession and immediately garnered attention. A contrasting perspective to someone like Keef, Chance embodied the point of view of suburban Chicagoan teenagers, not involved in grisly gang violence, but too close in proximity to escape its traumatic effects. Using a host of unorthodox sounds, such as jazz, funk, reggae, and even gospel. Acid rap centered heavily around drug use and existentialist worries. The tape's complete lack of bravado seemed to establish Chance as a refreshing voice in rap. the loner's rapper, akin more to Cudi and Cole than Keef or 50. And, most of all, Chance was independent, relying on internet buzz and social media to catapult him into the public eye, and eventually score him a gig as Childish Gambino's tour opener. Chance in 2013 was the face of a shifting musical landscape and its new possibilities. 2014, YG. YG's 2014 album, My Crazy Life, in retrospect, seems more like a prophecy than a simple album title. The project elevated the rapper from a relatively niche rapper to a highly publicized star. The project, which tapped into YG's experiences as a gang member in the streets of Compton, boasted an impressive batch of guest features, including Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Tory Lanez, and Ty Dolla $ign. Initially gaining traction due to the Drake-assisted track Who Do You Love, YG found himself in possession of a sleeper hit with which eventually received a remix featuring Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, Meek Mill, and Rich Homie Quan. YG's appeal centered mostly around his swagger-filled delivery, channeling West Coast legends like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. The hits from My Crazy Life proved to be the soundtrack to 2014's summer, and the impressive guest roster established YG as the rookie to watch in 2014. In 2015, there was Drake. By 2015, Drake was already well established as a major force in the rap scene. His rise to fame 5 years earlier was a major influence on the integration of rap and R&B, forever shifting the way rap music was both written and perceived. But in 2015, Drake was less focused on shifting the rap game and more on shifting his own image. Starting the year with a surprise drop of his project, If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, Drake was determined to prove his merits as a bar-for-bar rapper to show off his harder, more callous mindset. The album was met with excellent reviews from critics and fans alike. Drake's music showed more refinement as the rapper took control of his typically nasally delivery, and it seemed like Drake was everywhere. Drizzy guest starred on a variety of big-name tracks, such as Blessings, 100, and Rico, dropped the viral sensation Hotline Bling, and released the future collaboration What a Time to Be Alive. Even when Meek Mill ignited a beef due to a perceived lack of promotion over the two's track, Rico, Drake stayed calm and collected, decidedly winning the beef with 2 diss tracks, the latter of which would go on to earn him a Grammy. Drake has had a lot of good years, but 2015 might be at the top. 2016, Migos. Bad and Bougie might have decidedly won 2016 for Migos. And while it may seem rash to judge a whole year based on one single, few tracks dominated airwaves, pop culture, and television quite like Bad and Bougie. The track, which gained a major cosign from Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, at the Golden Globes, earned both Migos and guest star Lil Uzi Vert their first #1 single, and was instrumental to the development of the careers of all involved. The song popularized the group's signature triplet flow, and was responsible for Migos beginning to appear as a feature on pretty much every rap song in 2016. Bad and Bougie was remixed so many times we could dedicate a whole video to ranking the various versions. Migos' influence was critical in revitalizing and bringing mainstream attention back to the Atlanta rap scene, which has been a hub for hip-hop for decades. The group continued to work on their album Culture 2, which, though not as well received as Culture, earned the group 2 more entries into the Hot 100's top 10. 2017, Kendrick Lamar. By 2017, Kendrick Lamar had already cemented himself as a rap legend, known for his incredible lyricism and highly complex concept albums, such as Good Kid, Mad City, and To Pimp a Butterfly. Kendrick already ranked at the top of hip-hop's most respected MCs. However, 2017 still managed to be a breakthrough year for Kendrick. The release of his album Damn established him not as a skillful conscious rapper, but rather as an artist with high commercial and mainstream marketability, a first for the Compton native. Hits from the record like DNA and Humble became smash hits that dominated the radio, and Kendrick even took some notes from Eminem, enlisting Rihanna to supply the hook for the song Loyalty. Kendrick proved that even when experimenting with pop rap, he could bring his signature brand of introspection and not cheapen his music. The album would continue on to become certified triple platinum, and was the first ever non-classical or jazz album to win the Pulitzer Prize for music. Now that's a flex. 2018, 6ix9ine. Social media has proven that anyone can become anything at any time, and Tekashi 6ix9ine, a fashion hypebeast turned superstar rapper, is living proof. Initially gaining attention for his highly aggressive and antagonistic social media rants and beefs, Tekashi began to gain some credibility with successful singles like Gummo and Coda, which established him as the face of hyper-aggressive New York trap music. However, Tekashi's penchant for theatrics and his short temper landed him in legal trouble often, including including a charge for a sexual offense with a minor. Despite this, he continued to ascend into the rap game, scoring a collaborative track with Nicki Minaj on Fifi in preparation for his album Dummy Boy. Unfortunately, after enlisting the help of a sector of the New York Bloods called Treeway, Tekashi found himself at the center of a federal investigation which ultimately ended up with an 18-month prison sentence. Tekashi eventually agreed to cooperate with federal investigators, causing his trial to gain a massive amount of attention from both the media and the rap scene. Though many argue Tekashi's dominance in 2018 was more about his antics than his music, it's hard to deny that he was the center of attention in 2018. 2019, DaBaby. DaBaby is a puzzling force. His lyrics, though often grisly and violent, are delivered over bombastic beats reminiscent of summertime cookout bops. His music videos are silly, even though he considers himself a gangster. He beat a murder charge on grounds of self-defense, but references it proudly on many tracks. However, it might just be these paradoxes that make DaBaby so appealing. He seems like a real person, with different facets, moods, and impulses. His street cred is real, but he doesn't shy away from his education or future goals. With a prolific output, DaBaby released a slew of mixtapes and albums from 2015 to 2019, but began to gain traction in 2018 with his project Blank Blank, which set the stage for his future breakthrough in 2019 with his mixtape Baby on Baby, and its successful follow-up, Kirk. A series of guest verses and cosigns, including Drake, ensured that DaBaby was at the forefront of the public's mind. And combined with his highly refined breakneck flow and comical ad-libs, DaBaby became the feature for a successful track in 2019. Despite criticism that DaBaby's flow is too repetitive, he proved to repeat something else as well: his performance on the charts. So, do you disagree with any rappers mentioned on this list? Who would you switch? Let me know in the comments section, and before you leave, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel.